When you look up at night, have you ever thought about what our nearby planets might be hiding? Scientists have been doing just that, and they found something very important. NASA's rover picked up rocks from the surface of Mars in a journey that sounds like it came from a science fiction book. What did they find, though? What amazing secrets are buried deep in those rocks? Are we about to find something that will change the way we think about the universe? Come with us, as in this video we will look into what these rocks from Mars have shown us. NASA's Perseverance rover is currently on a mission to discover the possibility of life on Mars. Researchers have found that Mars' atmosphere could once support organic life, raising questions about whether aliens once lived and grew on the planet. Since landing on Mars in July 2020, the rover has been collecting valuable information about its new home. Ed, a milestone researcher, collected rock samples from deep within the Jezero crater on Mars for the first time, providing groundbreaking insights into the possibility of life on Mars. The first humans to notice Mars were around 2000 BC, but it wasn't until the 1600s that scientists began to explore it more closely. The Soviet space program sent out probes to learn more about Mars, leading to the launch of Mariner 4, Mariner 9, and Baikian 2, which all worked together to study the planet's surface. However, Mars is a harsh and unforgiving world, making it difficult for anyone to get close. In 1997, NASA's Pathfinder craft landed on Mars and brought the first rover, the Sojourner, which traveled 330 feet across the surface before losing touch with Earth. 6 years later, NASA sent Spirit and Opportunity to Mars to explore different parts of the alien world. Opportunity covered almost 30 million square miles of land before giving up during a lightning storm in 2018. Curiosity, launched in 2011, focused on finding out if Mars' atmosphere might have once had organic life. NASA sent a new rover, Perseverance, to Mars in July 2020 to investigate the possibility of alien life. The rover was an improvement on the original design and had a robotic arm, 6 wheels, cameras, and a drill for collecting samples. The rover safely landed on Mars on February 18, 2021, thanks to new guidance technology from NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory and 23 cameras. During its landing in Mars' Jezero crater, the rover collected samples of rock from the surface, but the operation failed. Instead, scientists found a new spot called RET. The samples, called Moner, were collected by Perseverance, and scientists on Earth began to examine them. They discovered that the Jezero crater used to have water, which is necessary for life as we know it. NASA plans to send samples from Perseverance to Earth in the 2030s, working with the European Space Agency, ESA, to collect them. The next step is to place samples on Mars' surface for an ISRA rover to collect them. The alien rock will then be sent to NASA's Mars Ascent vehicle and sent into orbit around the red planet. The plan is for Earth to be brought back by collecting the items and bringing them back to Earth. The samples collected will help answer important astrobiology questions about Mars and bring us closer to our long-term goal of sending people to Mars. NASA's Mitch Shea stated that one day we might be able to figure out the order and timing of the environmental conditions that these rocks and minerals show. For now, this will help scientists figure out the big question of how liquid water got there and how stable it is on Mars. Scientists are hoping that by September 11, 2021, it will be full of rock shavers from all over Mars. The Mars solar alignment is another problem that NASA has to deal with, as Earth and Mars are on opposite sides of the Sun, making radio transmissions between them less reliable. Private companies are also beginning to explore the environment on Mars using tools like Perseverance. The race to put a person on Mars hasn't been won yet, and the winner may surprise us. We must keep going until then to get our fill of Mars. NASA's Perseverance spaceship, built in 1996, has made a successful landing on Mars. The spacecraft, which was launched on an Atlas V rocket from the United Launch Alliance, has been a part of the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter since 2005. The mission, set to take off from Cape Canaveral on July 30, 2020, will use the rover's 6-wheel drive and a solar intensity probe to determine the impact of sunlight on the vehicle. Perseverance's first test ride took place in 2019, with NASA employees setting up a rough path to test its systems and ability to move. The vehicle is packed with science equipment, including the Mastom camera, SuperS machine, and 4P gadget. The SuperS can analyze chemicals and make pictures, and it can pick up faint signs of organic remains on the planet's surface. The first trip to Mars was on a Boeing C-17 from the Jet Propulsion Experiment to the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The spacecraft was built in Pasadena and arrived at the Kennedy Space Center in February 2020 for final tests and preparation for its July launch. The main goal of Perseverance is to look for signs of past life on Mars by studying rocks and soil. The Jezero crater, located on the western edge of Isis Plana, is believed to have the remains of an ancient mobile life Perseverance. NASA's Perseverance rover, which was the first airplane to fly on Mars, has been a subject of fascination for many. The chopper, which is nearly 4 feet long and turns at a speed of just over 40 revolutions per second, was captured in a photo taken on Mars Day 3090 of its mission. The rover's 6 hams help it navigate rocks and holes and record important parts of the mission. The Ingenuity rover, which arrived on Mars in August 2012, was the first airplane to fly on Mars. The atmosphere on Mars is thinner than Earth's, making it difficult for scientists to determine if a helicopter could work there. The camera on the nav's right side captured the shadow of Perseverance's robotic arm on the surface of Mars. The Perseverance rover faces challenges such as staying warm on Mars' cold nights and charging its battery through solar screens. There are also conspiracy theories about NASA's Mars trips, with one even suggesting that the rover took a picture of an old wreck on Mars. The Perseverance rover's descent stage, described as a jetpack, has been chosen as one of the Perseverance mission pictures of the week. This is it for today. We hope you enjoyed the video. If so, then share your thoughts in the comments and also share this video with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you can never miss our video.